Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Netherkast. This is episode 115, and unfortunately I don't have a wrestling intro prepared tonight.
Lame.
Well, look, I've been busy preparing for a taste of things to come. So, joining me tonight, I am your host, Razor. We have Shad, we have Django, and we have Smokeman. You know the deal by now. Let's talk about Shang Tsung, gentlemen, shall we?
Let's do
Indeed.
I dig it.
I'm glad you do. I'm quite pleased to hear that.
He's okay. You know, Carrie's fucking sick, but...
Yeah. He is.
I like the outfit. The outfit is very MK3.
Yeah, I haven't thought about the outfit.
The yellow pants. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I really didn't expect the pants to be yellow. But since they are, can we get a variation where he has the face paint, please?
I mean...
it's the wrestling fetish talking. Don't mind it.
Oh, come on.
It is the natural... No, I think it's the natural reaction to seeing that.
You know, you want to see that Alice Cooper shit.
I mean, you know, we're not going to get it with anybody else. We're not going to get it with Serena. We're going to get it from Reiko. Just do it.
We're not going to get it from Sindel, probably.
All I'm saying is, if you're going to reference a classic costume, go all the way, bro.
I think they went enough of the way.
I think...
Did they, though?
They did the pants.
Listen, I'm not going to look a gift carry in the mouth. I'm really happy with what he looks like and what he's doing. Like, it's good. He looks good. He sounds good.
We'll talk about what he's doing.
You know what
I'm really happy that
like?
the yellow is back, though. The yellow is really important for this fucking character. And he has worn yellow in like 16 fucking goddamn games.
I mean,
and
he had doing it again. There has been too much red, though. Like, I'm glad that it's just black and yellow.
Yeah, fuck the red, to be honest.
I need the black and yellow back.
I don't know if I'm feeling like the golden shoulder pads and the golden claw on one hand.
That's the art style of this game. That shit's on everybody.
I need to look at that.
Probably gear. I don't know.
That does bring up a good point. I am really interested to see some of his skin options.
Speaking of which, in like the intros and the fatality, he's got like the MK3 like.
Yeah, there's two skins in the trailer.
Across this chest. Yeah, but in the actual gameplay, he's like got no shirt on.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. He has one with like the open vest, and then he has one with the closed vest. There's two skins in the trailer. And it's one of those deals where the two skins are barely different from each other, which a lot of characters have, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's a thing.
So, the thing that I like the most, I think, I mean, other than the greatness that is Kerry Tagawa, is that he has these new moves where he'll, like, pull out a scroll and, like, shoot a beam from it, or one of them drops a corpse from the sky that explodes. He's, like, casting spells off scrolls like a Dungeons & Dragons wizard. It's great.
It makes him feel a tad bit more like the actual sorcerer that he is.
I've always wanted to see Shang get a more diverse wizardy moveset, because, like, you look at him in MK1, 2, and 3, and other than morphing, it's just skulls, skulls, skulls. And, like, I like the flaming skulls, but I want to see him be a sorcerer.
One thing that I saw him do in the trailer that I wish that they would elaborate more on is him actually hitting people with souls.
I mean, you gotta be careful with that, because you're getting into Ermac territory.
Potentially, but, like...
we have a bit to talk about there, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. I think we're very much in Ermac territory.
I mean, he's not in this game, and he just got deconfirmed hard for showing up later.
Along with a few other folks.
I definitely do agree with the thing about it's cool that Shang does have all these like relics and trinkets and whatnot, and like he's fucking really old and he's collected all this bullshit, and it kind of sets him apart from a character like, Shinnok and Quan Chi, who don't really have quite as much of that going on. I like that they kind of played that up a little bit, and I also like his gauntlet and all this other bullshit that he's got. Impressively, I don't feel like it distracts from his appearance or design that much either.
Yeah, I actually think like the Hot Topic claws on his fingers are a really cool addition. Like, I think that's
I
like those things.
Those are cool as fuck.
I had a couple of rings like that when I was 13 years old. I bought them at a goth shop, and they were silver instead, but, it's...
I don't think that's where Shane got
much, but I'm glad he's not wearing them on both hands. Only one makes it work a little bit better.
So I guess one of my first questions is just, in his intro, he morphs from old to young. I wonder if that, like, deconfirms the old outfit is playable, or if when you play as the old outfit, it'll do the reverse, like he'll morph from young to old.
I hope so.
I mean, it's really hard to tell because we have so many intros
really like
in this
to be
game.
able to play as old Shang too. Like, I appreciate both versions of the character design.
Absolutely, yeah.
Old Shang with yellow pants. I don't know, man. Yeah, I want you to think about what you're asking for there, but I feel like it's a likely possibility. I mean, it would clash. It would look really ugly with the default costume we're looking at right now, but...
Well, I'm not saying... Like,
we have a game that gave us Cabal with a top.
It would be the old man outfit, too. Like, I'm not saying his head should be gear that swaps.
What if, though?
Skin.
What if?
Yeah, I think there's ways to do it. And, like I said, you got, like, multiple intros in this game, so there's ways to work it.
Yeah.
He could just walk in as like Scorpion, and then
well, that's what he did in MK9. He'd come out morphed as the opponent.
See, there's ways to do it.
Just doing his groceries, coming from a restaurant, dining and dashing as someone else. That's how he rolls. Just walk around as other people.
Look, your credit card number is also his, along with your soul. It's all.
Also, that fatality is fucking tight.
I fucking love that fatality, man.
That fatality is a thing of beauty. At first I was getting really overly analytical about it and going, but how does the soul turn solid? But then I'm like, you know what? I don't really care that much. Kintaro was just cool, and I didn't expect to see him
he
at all.
He did that shit in the movie, remember? Face your enemy?
Yeah,
and then all the dudes popped out of the ground?
Yeah, that too. There's precedent for it. So, I ain't mad. And, what's amazing, Kintaro actually kind of looks like retro Kintaro.
He still has the cat nose, but...
And he's got the fangs, but...
I feel like they
the ears.
did his design,
Like,
they changed just enough little details about, like, the shape of the head and the ears that it works.
Yeah, this is, like, the best Kintaro has looked, I think,
in a 3D engine.
Forever.
Yeah.
It probably helps that he's, like... not animating at all. He's still in slow motion.
He's doing very
one shot of it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that he would that Kintaro just would have like burst out all at once like a big surprise thing instead of the slow burn.
It goes on a little bit long.
It is a little long. I mean, I find that bothers me more as I'm playing the game than when I see it for the first time. It sort of does give them a shorter lifespan before you get bored of seeing it. And you're just mashing the button, can I get to the next fight? But
I think that's the problem with the game in general. It's that they don't really stop to consider, is this going to get old after 80 times?
Yeah.
The answer is, if it's over 5 seconds, the answer is yes.
I think that for the first time, I mean, it's a four-armed character, and this way he gets to use the forearms, and you're sort of, using the concept to its fullest. I just like it because it's a combination of two of his MK2 finishers at once, and it's done in a way that's not like they've been doing that since MK9, where, for example, Jax will rip your arms off and crush your head, but in 9 he'd crush your head first, which was retarded.
No, Kintaro looks so good here, I wish I could buy him. Which I could say about a few things today.
Well, we're getting Shiva in the next pack, so...
That's something, I guess.
Listen, man, things could change. Like,
He keeps saying that, but so far...
Don't Pharma just yet, dude.
I think today
I mean, they had Bruce
that...
Campbell get on Twitter with a fucking pre-made image deconfirming him, and then they put the chainsaw noise in this one.
I did hear the chainsaw.
So it's a little on the nose.
Man, I'm glad fucking Spawn's in here, though, to just...
Yeah, now
just
nobody will ask for Spawn anymore. We fucking finally got it over with.
I have a lot to say about Spawn.
Oh, that's good.
Is it that we're doing it?
Well, no, I know there's one thing about Spawn in particular that Smokeman is excited for, because the website Gematsu got the bios for these characters.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 that we've... had confirmed, and Spawn's bio confirms that his voice actor will be Keith David,
who voiced him on the HBO cartoon.
Yes.
And if you've never heard Keith David before, it's a fucking privilege. I will not... I mean...
If you've never heard Keith David before, I question what you're doing with your life.
I think you should go see more John Carpenter movies.
Probably something productive that doesn't involve a lot of cartoons.
This guy didn't know what Kiss from a Rose was.
Fuck off.
Come on, man. We take you as you are, Smoke Man. It's okay. No one's perfect.
Anyways... for the longest time, I've always said that there's 2 prerequisites for me to be okay with Spawn as a guest character. Shut up.
Let him finish.
One is that he has to have the fucking cape, which it looks like he will be from intros in the background.
Yeah.
And the second is that Keith David has to fucking voice him. And they did both of the things. So I am 100% down with Spawn.
Okay, good. Your hostility is positive then.
So I want to point out from a...
Or is your positivity hostile?
Yes. I like it. Get angry about what you love. That's the way we do
hostile.
it here. That passion is important. But I just want to point out from a WB spending money perspective, this DLC pack has Cary Tagawa, Keith David, Bruce Campbell, and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, this is why they can't even put renders of the other characters in here. They don't have enough money to pay people to produce this shit right now. They're giving it all to these, the licenses here. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining. Well, no, you should probably pay the guys.
Honestly, I bet McFarlane paid them to put Spawn in.
Number 1 selling character in
whatever
countries, and the
however many times it was translated.
Whatever favors people had to give to other
Game
people.
Up to thing say the bio.
How's that movie coming along, Todd?
It's not. Fucker walked off the goddamn movie because the little baby couldn't get what he wanted.
I thought he was directing. How is he not getting what he wanted?
Todd McFarlane's Spawn is one of the best-selling and longest-running monthly comic books, with hundreds of millions of copies sold worldwide in more than 120 countries and 50 different languages.
Yeah, I know that voice.
Those stats sound impressive when you pull them straight out of 1996. Now tell me the numbers for 2019.
Oh, God.
Numbers?
I came here ready to say so many things. And there was just this kind of little bit of hope left in me that things might change.
Is this going to be about the ninjas now?
I think we've put off talking about it long enough.
We can talk about the ninjas.
Yeah.
This is kind of lame.
I like it.
I gotta turn Shadow Lou up. I gotta hear this.
It's not. It's not Triborg. Okay, Triborg tried to basically steal the place in the franchise of Sector and Cyrax. This is look. These 4 characters are already not going to be in the game.
Look, you know that the thought process behind putting them into Shang Tsung is the same exact thought process for Triborg.
That's not true.
It's not exactly. We want to please everybody. Shit.
That's not true.
That is true, Django.
I kind of don't really feel like belaboring this point again that we've talked about so many times. Hang on. I'm just going to get this out.
Let him speak.
I have maintained, when it comes to Melina, that her fans have nothing much to really complain about. And I stand by that because, she is in virtually every game. And, I feel bad for the Rain fans. Really bad for them. Because that guy has never been on a fucking starting roster that wasn't like goddamn Trilogy. And he's really gone through so much growth as a character and become something interesting. And, if it had come down between him and Smoke, would have chose the Rain. If it was my choice.
I feel like if Rain was going to be DLC, it should have been in X, because that's where he... Like, you talk about him growing as a character. I feel like what you can do with him peaked in X, story-wise. I feel like that's it.
Very probably. It was just this gigantic missed opportunity.
He should have been in X. That doesn't mean that he has a place in 11.
Now, Reptile and Smoke... sorry. Now, Reptile and Ermac, I've said before, could stand to take a break, so I'm not too upset with that. And on the subject of Smoke... Look, this is the personal bias part that I'll try to get out right away. Since 1995, I've had to watch this guy move from a gray scorpion to a robot purple scorpion sector to a cis half character that was brainwashed to finally becoming his own unique, fully fleshed out character with all his own stuff to a variation, and now he's a special move. And I say this with full acceptance of the fact by 12, he will be Jax's cigar.
Time is a flat surface.
I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. And I think it's for the best that, at least in my case, that this theory about Shang basically being male chameleon, kind of started getting bandied around last night rather than my seeing it right before my eyes just today. Because it's hard. It's hard, I don't want to be a fucking, negative Nancy about this shit, but I'm sitting here, and I've just watched an amazing trailer of Haruki Tagawa, and my first thought, the back of my mind is, they still did find a little way to fuck this up for me.
As a fellow Smoke fan, I absolutely 100% know that feel. And, the knowledge that, I was kind of holding out that maybe he'd be in Pack 2, one of the characters who didn't leak yet because, only 9 did out of 12.
That's it. That's what I was really crossing my fingers for, and I feel like that's pretty much dead now.
Yeah. But I guess the other way I look at it is people have been, complaining since the game became disc-based about Shang Tsung losing so much of his morphing.
Yeah, that's a flip side to it. I really do adore the fact that he can turn into, different people again.
And the thing about making it the ninjas is then you only have to use one model, which is sort of the same logic that created palette swapping in the first place. It saves disk space.
But there's something about that specifically that also bothers me. By making it just about those 4 guys... Well, to start with anyway, who knows what the future holds. And having Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Noob Saibot be part of the Fatal Blow, you're again falling into that trap of just clustering these guys together, which to me is just this gigantic shame considering all the work I felt like they did over the 3D era and into the modern era to just make them as visually distinct as possible, to try to move them away from that archetype a little bit.
I mean, the thing you have to...
And just looking at it like this right now, it's like they're always going to be under that umbrella. There's just...
Yeah, that's the thing about nostalgia.
It's unfortunate.
We are benefiting from the upside of nostalgia by having Carrie in the first place. You know, there were so many years where they were trying to not canonize things from the movie. Like, this is the first game they've ever called Liu Kang the Chosen One in story.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ed Boon still fights the image of Christopher Lambert as Raiden. He still wants the boring Epcar Raiden all the time, and I hate that so badly. I cannot stand it anymore. But we're finally starting to see some of that pay off. But on the flip side of that is that the ninjas will never escape those classic costumes. And on some level, I'm thankful for that, just because the costumes in this game I'm not a fan of, and I'm really, really happy that part of this pack is we're getting those classic MK2 skins for Scorpion, Sub, and Noob.
Well, I could diverge to that for a couple seconds.
But
no, go on.
I mean, I totally understand the desire to see them as, you know, their own people and not categorized together, and that's...
I felt that we really had gotten to that point.
I mean, that's one of the reasons that my favorite Smoke is Cyber Smoke, is because I feel like each of the three cyborgs in the old timeline before MK9 went off on their own diverging paths further apart from each other than the cloth ninjas ever can. Because you had fucking RoboCop Cyrax, who was able to take some of the armor off and be half and half. You had Sector going as full robot as possible, and you had Smoke becoming a demon made of nanites, which is a completely original, different thing from the other two.
And I love that, because I was able to look at him and go, you know what, this isn't a robot, this isn't a human, it's something completely different.
Yeah.
As much as I didn't like the Garbage Man pants, I was like, fuck, man, these five old people, they are just completely separate characters anymore. You can't call them the ninjas anymore. And here we are. It's that umbrella.
But I think for Shang, because he is... When I think of all the characters from the original trilogy, and I think of, like, what game I associate them with the most, when I think of, like, Kitana, I tend to think of, like, the most recent game. Like, she's always contemporary. Or, you know, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Sonya. I always think of whatever the most recent game they were in is. But when I think of Shang Tsung, I think of MK1 and 2. Like, I think those are his time. Like, as much as he came back to be a boss again in Deadly Alliance, MK1 and 2 was the Shang Tsung era. So for him to be morphing into those MK2 classic skins, even though Rain's never fucking worn that costume.
Yeah. Or Ermac.
True story. Most of the Rain merchandise out there has him wearing a costume he never wore in any game.
Weird.
Until now.
It's so weird. But yeah, so when I see Shang pick those skins to morph into, I find it somehow satisfying or appropriate, somehow fitting to the character.
It's one of those. I mean,
it bothers me just as much as I love it. You know?
Yeah. There's definitely a bit of both, but and there's the thing, like, what is the essence of Mortal Kombat nostalgia? Like, a giant chunk of that are those old ninja costumes, and that's why game in, game out, people will demand those skins, and they do.
Those
like,
skins,
fucking, we've had it a billion times.
Those skins aren't just nostalgic. They look objectively good. Like, they're good designs still today. Like,
there is a reason that people will hop on and buy them constantly.
Scorpion in the Quilted V genuinely looks better than the Scorpion skins this game currently has.
it also,
something about that specifically bothers me.
The thing that those things are part of just what makes Mortal Kombat so iconic, for the same reason, you know, fucking Ryu.
Yeah, you know, there was a point. One of us was, I think Shad was saying this a few days ago on the Discord, pointing out that, like, Street Fighter characters never really changed their clothes. Tekken characters rarely ever changed their clothes. Mortal Kombat redesigning everybody every single fucking game is actually kind of weird, and
it's like great. Every single person is Yoshimitsu. If you didn't tell me their names sometimes, I wouldn't know it was them. I exaggerate a little bit, but you get my drift.
Sometimes guys just don't have a reason to change their clothes. Like, Raiden is thousands of years old, and I'm guessing because he's made of lightning that he doesn't actually need to do the laundry. Like, I don't think he actually gets dirty. So, there's no reason for the man to have a wardrobe. He should just have one outfit that he's worn for millions of years, and that's it.
You know, he has this, like, really nice outfit in this game somewhere that I encountered a little while back in one of the battles. It's like kind of silver and black and, like, flecked up and down a little bit. It looks like something you, like, would buy at, like, a Chinese thrift store. I feel like Raiden went shopping, and it was like... But on the topic of skins, actually, again, this is like something that I saw coming that, you know, we all saw coming. You know, the skins themselves, the retro skins being available as purchasable items. I can't help but, you know, it's a little bit of bullshit to emphasize creating, you know, your optimal version of a character and then, you know, withholding the versions of the characters that a lot of people would like to purchase. Mm-hmm. And like this goes back from day fucking one to seeing Scorpion beating up Raiden in the first trailer for this game with his MK2 mask on and new MK3 outfit on. And that new MK3 outfit isn't in the fucking game because they're going to sell it half a year's time from now. And probably half a year's time away from that, we're going to get like MK1 Kano and MK1 Sonya without the star. And, Jesus, probably, I don't know, maybe Cabal with long hair. So I'm really fucking put off by that fact that you could give me that hope that maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't try to fuck me for my childhood, to sell me my childhood just once. But no.
I mean, to be fair, you're paying for the characters and the skins come bonus.
Yeah, no, that's...
You're not really paying money for the skins. They're just being released after the game came out.
I'm just kind of... I'm disappointed that they're not in there to begin with.
Yeah, because I get that.
Why would they not be there?
It is really dirty business practice to put that MK3 Scorpion in the fucking reveal trailer, and it's not in the game. That is shady as fuck.
Who can you actually make, assuming you're a big retro fan? And I'm saying this right now, like, enjoying making my own versions of characters with what is available. What character from any past Mortal Kombat game, whose appearance can you recreate 100% in this game?
Well, I mean...
Kind of Shao Kahn?
Kind of Shao Kahn, but not fully Shao Kahn.
It's more of a deception of Shao Kahn than MK2 Shao Kahn.
That's all the retros in this game is just kinda like...
Yeah, like, even like, Johnny Cage is technically his MK4 skin, but you still have the belt buckle and the chest tattoo, so it's really MK9.
Mm-hmm.
Raiden... I mean, we can think of the V as a retro, and he did wear it in MK4, but that's really MK9. He doesn't actually have the MK2 apron, which is interesting because it was in Injustice. So they could reuse those assets if they wanted to.
Does he have a plain hat?
He does not have a plain fucking hat. No. Like, what is up with the Raiden hat?
He has a hat that makes him look like the G.I. Joe Raiden toy. I shit you not. It's the default that I use on my classic Raiden because it's the closest I'm going to be able to get. All of this shit, all these omissions, they are deliberate. Make no mistake about it. And I'm bummed.
You know, what really kind of bugs me is then you look at, like, the concept art, if you've unlocked it, and it's like, Sonya's concept art shows her with the tank top that has the MK3 stripes. That one with the star on it's not in the art.
Oh, God. And then there's shit like Kung Lao, which is all fucking better.
Yeah, why Why?
there's a skin in there that kind of looks like MK2 Kung Lao. Kinda.
I disagree with that.
No, it's more of a... They're all kind of MK3 inspired, because none of them have blue pants. You can't get blue pants.
There is one with blue pants for him.
I don't remember seeing
There is one. It's in there. But
yeah, they've all got the fucking head sock. And I like how the ones that have the Wu symbol on his back, half of them it's in black. Like, you can't even barely see it.
That's
hilarious. Because they're going to sell you it. They're going to sell it to you.
I mean, as long as I get it, because I think his MK2 is better than his MK3.
I mean, we have known for a very long time that the people making the best choice from a purchase position are the ones who wait for the complete edition. But as fans, we want the game when it comes out. And so we get fucked.
Yeah.
And that's Warner Brothers. They're EA Junior. It is what it is.
It's a goddamn shame. Just I know I've sounded really down and negative this entire cast for the most part, but I just had to let all this out because up to now I feel like I've been really, really enthusiastic and praising the game for the most part because it is a fine fucking game. I do love it a hell of a lot more than I loved MKX. And it's like I said, it's provided me a ton of closure for this game's main storyline, and it feels like 27 years of MK history kind of coming to one end for me, anyways. And I suppose I'm also at the age where mortality's on my mind, and I'm thinking I might have played Smoke for the last time in an MK game. I can hit my car tomorrow. I can die of emphysema.
MK12 is going to be a very telling experience because it'll be a complete fresh start, and we'll get to see what the future of this franchise is going to look like from that game, and we'll have to decide whether we're still fans or if it's time to find something else to do with our time.
I mean, what does it say that... I mean, today, I came home with a new amplifier that I bought for my guitar for $20, and I came home to a Ministry box set of albums, and I was excited for both of those things much more than I was excited for Shang Tsung. That's to me, that's that sign that time may be coming for me.
Look, we've been doing this podcast for over 4 years, and in that time, we have, I would like to think, pretty much... If you've been listening since the beginning, you know our opinions on things. You can predict. You know how I feel about writing as an art, and how I feel about character design and what things should look like, and what's important to me, and what I've been complaining about game after game after game. You can basically create a Razor robot who will do the show for me at this point.
Honestly,
I haven't changed much. I'm predictable. And
if you want to, you can probably assemble your own version of the Netherkast.
Yeah.
Based on prior sound bites. Razor does not like the writing. Shad hates guests. Temp says sup. BC smiles and shakes his head.
But the point I'm getting at here is, if there are NRS employees who listen to this show and listen to us complain and still make the same mistakes in the next game, I don't know what more we can do. That's just... Mortal Kombat has maybe turned into something that's not what we fell in love with in the first place.
It's not even... It's not like the fault of the developers so much, June. It's cultural zeitgeist. There is
a belief that you have to evolve your subject matter for a new generation, but I would say that, look, Mortal Kombat 1 was based on things from the 70s when it came out in the 90s. Maybe you don't have to evolve. Maybe some things are just timeless. Maybe some things are the way they're meant to be. And doing making cyber ninjas that look like Iron Man just because, the MCU came out, and, releasing an album of fucking Skrillex tracks as your modern equivalent of the Immortals, maybe you're the one who's not in touch with what the people want.
I think it's kind of come to that point where I feel like I'm able to kind of predict a lot of what's happening, and I don't like it. Like, I didn't want to believe that they were going to be that they were going to charge me for retro costumes, but I always knew they were gonna. I didn't want to believe that there'd be, again, half a roster full of guest characters for DLC, but there is.
I mean,
just like I didn't want to believe that, most of the roster, barring like Cabal, Anubis, Cybot, and Scarlet, would be the old standard MK2 and 1, and some guys from 3, maybe sometimes.
I will. I mean, I've said my piece on that before too. I don't know that Nightwolf, Cabal, Striker, Sindel, and Shiva are that great of characters.
See, I feel like, if this was really adventurous, if they were really being adventurous about their DLC picks, we would get, like, I don't know, like Havoc, maybe. Someone people really, really did want. And that's not to say that people didn't
was
want...
in the mission statement for this game.
No.
This game seems like very intentionally focused on giving the nostalgia that they've always kind of shirked and shied away from.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a sense of... because it does feel like 11 is an ending to not just the story, but like to a chapter of the franchise thematically. Like, it feels like it's going to be a while before 12, like several years. Yeah. Like, NRS will try and do new things in the interim, and whatever 12 is, whatever that reboot looks like, they knew that it was going to be a reboot and that this was going to be the end of this generation of Mortal Kombat, and so they're focusing on tributing the things that were important in this generation, and that was never 3D era characters, so here we are.
I suppose it's time to actually just say that, for me, I've had a lot of fun on this show over the past 5 years maybe now, almost. It's helped me grow as a person. It's helped me rediscover that urge to communicate and entertain people. But I'm just kind of finding myself here without much to say. That's not going to be about things I'm very passionate about. Like, I want to talk about things I'm passionate about. And now that I know what's coming, I'm willing to talk about Sindel. I'd love to talk about Sindel. I'd love to talk about Nightwolf when he drops. I'd love to talk... I'm going to talk about Shang Tsung when he drops. But when it comes to Spawn and Terminator and Ash and the fucking man who laughs, I'm glad that I'm glad for the people out there who are going to get those guys. I'm happy for them, and I'm happy that the Spawn fans got Keith David for Spawn. I'm extremely happy for them. Couldn't be a better choice. I might pick him up. I don't know, but I don't foresee myself being able to say a lot about them.
I mean, it will depend on what his gameplay looks like, but look, when I was 5 years old, Terminator 2 was my favorite movie, and I watched that thing like 100 times, and, I when I was a little kid, I went as Arnold for Halloween one year, and that... the sequels, Rise of the Machines, Salvation, Genesis, they have deeply and permanently devalued that franchise. But those first two movies, I still think, are two of the greatest pieces of cinema
God,
of
they
all
really
time. And so, like, getting Arnold, and I've read the leaked dialogues, and there are so many lines and references. I suspect that his intros in this game are better written than Terminator 6 will be.
Suspect. I fully agree with you there.
And I have spoilers that I can share with you, buddy.
So as long, like, as much as I don't like guest characters stealing spots that could have gone to Mortal Kombat characters, the Terminator is too close to my heart for me to not love that shit.
I understand that, and I'm happy that you'll be happy. But this is just where I'm very conservative, and I don't want to fill the show with my negativity.
Right. We have been being a downer for quite a while, and that's a shame because Shang looks so fucking good.
He really does.
I think part of it is there's a general like fatigue that this game will do to you. It's the same fatigue that Injustice 2 did you, and it's because so much of the game is watching the AI play itself. And it's just I'm so tired of unlocking skins. I just want my stuff, man. Skins. I just want my characters to look like how I want them to look so I can go online and do the thing.
I mean, I hope you're ready to go through 5 consecutive character towers for the Your Soul Is Mine outro. Because if you don't think you are, I got news for you, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing over there, Johnny? Oh, Johnny's dead. He's trying to beat Katana right now. He's not doing a very good job. But, I guess what I'm trying to say is, this is the point of the Netherkast where I start to bow out. And I don't know when I'm going to stop, but I'd be welcome to, I'd willingly have someone step in, take my place, because I don't, for the sake of the listeners, I don't want to have to fill every segment with fuck this walking commercial. You know, I don't want to do that to people. You guys don't deserve that, and I just want to write some music and enjoy the game on my own terms, and enjoy Fujin when he comes along. I'm still fucking hyped for that. But if you guys are going to continue on like a bi-weekly basis, I don't think I'm going to be around for every single one.
I mean, I don't think that's what the schedule looks like now. I think we're just doing it when there's news to talk about.
Yeah.
Because and I mean, if we want to, there's always more Losts to record.
Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. Point in fact, I'm going to be re-uploading the Journey Begins commentary tonight.
Good shit.
Lots of people were asking about that.
Yeah. It got taken down because I used the actual footage from the movie.
Razor looked up some nice new footage for us. Some nice new artwork for us. So, that goes up later on tonight, and the story commentary from me and Razor goes up this weekend as well. Now, enough of me being a bummer. Get excited for guests.
Well, so I feel like, is there anything about Shang that we still haven't covered yet? Because of the other characters that were named, Nightwolf, Sindel, and Spawn, we did get bios.
Oh.
And
before we talk about Sindel's,
that's going to be a lot of more negativity. I think we need to.
I have my own thoughts on Sindel
positive note for a few minutes at least, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go up there and grab a smoke in the only way that I can. I'll be back in a moment. You guys are going to me.
All right. So
Nightwolf's bio is cool.
Nightwolf's bio is like 75% cool, 25%. I can't believe those cowards invented a fake Indian tribe.
I was about to leave, then I heard you written to Nightwolf, and I'm like, he was Lakota, but now he's
Matoka, which is not a thing that exists.
He's building a dojo in Japan.
Look,
hey, new timeline, guys.
Strongest.
Microsoft talked to actual Native Americans for help creating Thunder for the new Killer Instinct game a couple years ago. NRS looked at that shit and went, "Ooh, that sounds like
work.
A lot of work." Nah, you know what? Nightwolf's from a fictional tribe, so we can make up whatever shit we want.
I remember in 1988 when Jason Todd was killed in a warehouse explosion in Quran. I think that's what it was actually called. I think it was called Quran.
Yeah, that is their DC's fictional Middle Eastern country whenever they want to not offend people.
Well, give them more credit for that, I guess, than Transformers was for making a nation called Carbomia. If you're hearing that for the first time, Smoke Man, that is why Casey Kasem quit the show.
Oh, that's hilarious. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck?
It was the 80s, man. It was a different time.
It was called, like, the United Federated undemocratic socialist government of the nation of Carbomia and something like that. The guy even made a quip about, like, trading sheep for Transformers. It was just really, really...
Jesus fucking Christ.
Was that the episode that had Cobra Commander in it?
No, that was a different one.
Okay.
That was way later.
I guess they don't make terrorist organizations like they used to. Cobra.
Well, I remember season 3 is set in like the 2020s or something like that. So Cobra Commander is retired and going by an alias. I think they called him Old Snake or something like that.
Yes,
Old Snake.
Fun fact that actually got an exclusive toy release via the G.I. Joe Collectors Club. Actually, no, the Transformers Collectors Club about 2 years back.
Nice.
That thing is worth bank now. It's beautiful. I'm jealous. I want one. Anyway,
So Nightwolf.
But yeah, they. So to give context to what I like about the new Nightwolf bio, I have to talk about what Nightwolf was in Mortal Kombat 9, which was he has dialogue in story mode about him, like, remembering when the Pilgrims came and killed off his people, and how, like, unlike Scorpion, he was able to put it behind him and, you know, choose peace over revenge. And that is, I think, really kind of fucking racist to say that, like, you can't have a Native American character without referencing, you know, stuff that happened 200 years ago as if he was there. Like, you can't have a shaman unless he's, like, ancient and, like... It's just... It bothers me because the original Mortal Kombat 3 Nightwolf was just a historian. Like, he was a scholar. Like, he was a college professor or something who knew shaman magic because he had studied his past. And, like, the fact that he was now using it to help defend Earthrealm when Shao Kahn shows up was, like, a desperation thing. Like, it was kind of implied that it was his first time on a job, and that's why he hadn't been in the previous games. Like, you know, and I always wanted that, like, history professor Nightwolf. I always wanted him to show up in an alt costume that looked like Indiana Jones instead of the fucking Last of the Mohicans. And so now we've got this backstory for Nightwolf that firmly places... Like, it's not the historian thing, it's different, but it firmly places him in the present fucking day, which is important to me. Like, he needs to be a normal human being. So Nightwolf's new backstory is that he was originally like a, how do I say it? Not criminal, but he had like a criminal background, or he was kind of down on his luck, and, you know...
A man that had nothing left to lose.
Yeah, and his name used to be Grey Cloud. And one day, the Black Dragon Gang tried to steal some important, like, artifacts and shit from his reservation, and he was the guy who stopped them, and that basically earned him the place of, like, becoming the next in line to be shaman, and that's how he became Nightwolf. And so that gives him like a shared past with Kano and Cabal, which I don't know is necessary, but I'm okay with it. Like I think it makes him interesting to like have an origin story now, you know, to come from a place of like, you know, it didn't happen on screen, but he did at some point in his life grow as a character.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about the Iron Fist shit?
You mean the fact that the Nightwolf, the shaman position for the Matoka tribe, is like a legacy title? Like there have been other Nightwolves? Yeah. I don't know that the bio says that, but that's definitely in the leaked intros.
Yeah, it's in the intros. I really fucking dig that shit.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And it also kind of justifies that shit from MK9, where it's like, oh, he wasn't there, but, you know, he has the memories of the past Night Wolves, so...
Yeah, I think that all that shit's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting way to go with it. And it definitely plays into that, like, drawing power from the spirits of his ancestors thing that's always been his gimmick. And what's interesting to me is that like the Nightwolf serves the Great Spirit, who I guess is the goddess of the spirit realm. And there are references in those intros to like the Great Spirit being like a neutral figure and sometimes punishing him or forsaking the tribe and sometimes not. And there's a weird implied back and forth relationship there that I think is probably never going to amount to anything, just like Possessed Kenshi. But
yeah,
but it's nice that they kind of tried for a moment. It's nice that they put in effort for 5 seconds, because they usually don't at all.
Anything else about Nightwolf?
I mean, we haven't seen him yet. We saw a logo of his name.
It had 2 green hatchets.
Yeah.
So we know he'll have hatchets.
He will definitely have the hatchets. In case you were worried that his classic moves wouldn't come back. I think what I'm, I guess, most nervous about is just what his character design is going to look like. Because, man...
Yeah.
I want the biker vest with the wolf on the back. I want them to not fuck up the face paint somehow. You know, like, there's so many things about Nightwolf that can very easily go wrong in the hands of an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust anyone to get this shit right anymore.
Watch it, he'll still have khakis.
I mean, I would much rather his pants be blue jeans than fucking deer skin. I'm just so tired of the racism. So tired, man. I wonder what his voice actor will sound like. I wonder if it'll be Larry Omaha back or if they got a different guy.
I hope it is. I hope it's Omaha.
Omaha did a real good job in 9. I thought that he was one of the better vocal performances.
I can't remember. Was he like... I think that might have been like his only voice acting role.
Yeah, he's normally like a comedian. Like, he doesn't act much.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, how do we feel about Sindel?
Sindel, I think that NetherRealm is grossly overestimating Sindel's popularity as a character. I think that she's going to sell the least of the pack, because when Mortal Kombat X came out, a bunch of people who don't know how video games work complained that all of Sindel's reheated MK9 assets weren't playable. They didn't care about the character. They just thought, oh, character that's fighting me. Why can't I play as that? They don't care about Sindel. I just never was that big of a fan of Sindel either. And I don't think that, I think a lot of people seem to agree on that.
I think I think it depends on where in the fan base you look. I know there are, like, the same people who are fucking nuts for Melina and Rain Sindel is on that list too for them. And I think
people who don't matter.
I think that NRS is going to find out that those people are not going to be happy with this bio.
No.
I don't know. I don't understand why, as a writer, you would choose to take a character who has an extremely concrete, established story. It's like one of the most prominent parts of MK lore is that Sindel was fucking mind-controlled during MK3, that she's not evil, she was just made to be evil. And then you'd retcon that. I think if people aren't blowing Kittleson's Twitter the fuck up for this, they need to be, and I would be incredibly disappointed if there's not, enough blowback to shame these men. Because this, of all the things, of all the, plot holes and choices I don't agree with, everything that doesn't make me happy about the writing in 11, this is the worst thing by far.
Reading that bio was the most confusing fucking thing that has ever happened to me in a while. Let me read it.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen the bio yet, we should probably explain what it says that we're so fucking mad about.
Yeah, let me read this here. Sindel, the former queen of Edenia, and will not stop at nothing to keep her place. Threatened with the loss of her throne when Shao Kahn conquered her realm, Sindel betrayed her husband, King Jerrod, and her people to keep her privileged position. Now, as Shao Kahn's wife and queen of Outworld, she enjoys power and wealth beyond most people's imagination.
Yeah, and by the way, by the way, for anyone who's not read the leaked dialogue, so all of Sindel's intros pretty much follow that theme. She talks about betraying Jared. She talks about being, pro Shao Kahn. Like, she actually fucking is attracted to that guy because she's just a slut who's into strong people now. She hits on Jax a lot, like she's a slut in her intros. And she also, there's one or two specific intros where she mentions she didn't even commit suicide. Quan Chi killed her.
Right,
so that he could resurrect her later as part of his plan.
And Kotal Khan was apparently old enough and to be in Outworld when that happened?
Yeah, he was her bodyguard at the time, which...
What the fuck?
Is, what... Why... People keep stealing jobs from Shiva. This is the second game in a row that Shiva's been in where her backstory has to be rewritten. Because somebody changed her fucking job.
Remember when one guy was writing the whole storyline and it made sense? And
yeah, I miss those times, man.
Re-examine everything every 5 minutes.
Oh my
Average
god.
farm doesn't even remember because that's how old that is.
Can you imagine if in MK12, out of fucking nowhere, Kuan Liang was just evil for no reason? And it was retconned that he was always evil.
I mean, Legacy did that.
Hey, Liu Kang, what you up to today? Eating babies.
I don't know why we care anymore. I don't know why we're still invested in anything after MK9. That this is the natural conclusion to that chain of events.
Oh, let's be real, We love the universe, no matter, we've all since abandoned the plot for fucked up.
By the way, I want to talk about, while we're talking about dumb MK story ideas, There was an article last week where DC writer Gail Simone revealed that for a while she had been working on a Mortal Kombat series that would have made it part of the DC universe, and it got canceled at the last minute.
Thank fucking God. Holy shit. Oh, do you think that might be why Joker's in?
No, Joker's in because that Joaquin Phoenix movie's coming out, bro. You know that as well as I do.
Everything's a tie-in product. You know this.
Like when Chad used the phrase walking commercials, he was not, exaggerating. That's just...
Yeah, I know.
I'm
wish it were otherwise.
I want to like things. Shang looks so good, but every other thing makes me angry. Why has it got to be this way?
Because we're old and analytical, and the formative years of our time with this series are well and truly behind us.
They are.
I'm only 22.
This is why I try to remind myself of all the great things that are in this game constantly.
It shouldn't.
I try to remind myself
though. It shouldn't. It should just. Why can't we just
I
like
try to remind
things
myself.
without having to think about all the like when I sit down with a video game, I want to just have fun with it. I want to enjoy it from beginning to end. I don't want to sit there and go,
I still do.
I hate it, but I don't want to hate it. So let me remind myself of all the things I don't hate. Like that shouldn't be necessary.
I am so excited to
of the flaws the series has always had. You have to remind yourself that hindsight's a bitch, but I think to myself, maybe the flaws that were in the storyline are worse now than they've ever been. But it's not like when Deadly Alliance came out, they didn't go, well, it was the Special Forces who found Cyrex in the desert and not the Lin Kuei like MK Force.
Yeah, but that's...
And I got to remind myself that, Reiko's planned origin never went anywhere. So I know how highly you hold the original story in regard, and I did too for a long time. I still do to some extent. But I make myself face the facts and the parts of it that were not necessarily perfect. And it helps a long way for me appreciating this game that I had in front of me today. Which is, I'll again reiterate, a great fucking game. See, you can like things.
Did you guys see those sick-ass ninja combos?
Yes, I did.
Starting the combo off as Rain and then switching into Reptile and doing a slide thing. This shit is going to be so fucking sick. It's going to be so fucking sick.
The really funny thing is just how much of a specific callback to PlayStation era trilogy this is. Because Shang Tsung, if you're playing MK Trilogy on PlayStation, Mama didn't raise no fool. You picked one guy, maybe two other guys, and then you picked a ninjas to get 7 characters for free. So it's kind of like walking down that path again, just a little bit. I suppose I can appreciate that little trip down memory lane. And
once again, this game
it will be.
Is very engineered towards nostalgia. And nostalgia for Mortal Kombat is Mortal Kombat 1 through 3. Obviously, that's where you get that's why Carrie is in the game from that time period too. So much of this game is dedicated to that. And it's so, man, I definitely understand where everyone's coming from about the ninja situation. You could hear it. I couldn't even make words. I was making moans in that reaction video I put up because it's conflicting, right? I want to play a Smoke. I played Mortal Kombat 9 Smoke. A bunch of us did. And man, when he's doing the shake, I was like, damn it. But I'm kind of also more interested in playing Shang now than I was beforehand. And he just looks fucking sick. Dude.
That's good.
He looks really good. He looks so good. It's crazy. I don't remember where we talked about this. I said something. I'm sure a lot of people did. Man, they should do Shang where he turns to different characters and while he's doing moves to do shit. Obviously, I didn't think that they were going to be ninjas only. But it makes sense, obviously, why they would go ninjas only. And listen, I know a lot of people might feel differently, but you're wrong. Ninjas are the most important characters in the game. And Shang has good taste.
I guess I can't deny the very last part of that sentence, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, speaking of nostalgia, people make a lot about AI Noob Saibot being a terrible thing to behold, and so they do to some extent. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about the horrible, horrible things AI Jade does to people in corners. It's like playing UMK3 again in a certain way. Because you get AI Jade with like a 30 count combo and reversal. It's frightening. It truly is. She will jab air combo you in the corner for like 13 seconds or something. To the stop it, he's already dead extent.
I do enjoy when the AI has to finish their combo. Like, the health has been gone for quite some time, but they must not drop that combo.
So, have we got anything else? Because, I went upstairs to have a smoke while you guys were talking about, like, Nightwolf and Sindel, I think, and I'll just chime in and say that just because it's alternate reality, different timeline, Sindel, who's evil now, does not make that good writing.
Yeah,
it's
so...
That shit's just a scapegoat.
I'm so tired of writers using the fact that they can hang a lampshade on something as a reason to hang a lampshade on something. Like, it's easier to be lazy than to be good. But that doesn't make it okay to not be good. Write a fucking consistent narrative, man.
Well, I do kind of look forward to Sindel still, because she's one of the characters that I do enjoy using.
The only thing
I'll be happy when she arrives, sort of.
The only thing that could save this for me is if her arcade ending revealed that she's actually MK3 Sindel, she's brainwashed, and she has false memories, and that's why she thinks that she betrayed Jared, but it's not actually true. Because, like, look, in story mode, and in, like, some Katana intros, like, they reference Sindel the way we remember her. Like, as a good person.
Oh, God almighty.
But you know what that is? That's me getting my hope up, so that when the arcade ending doesn't do that, I can be super disappointed.
I think
what happens when you get your hope up, Fraser?
Yeah.
Let me expose my ribs so you can put the knife right between them.
This is what
I
happens.
think the key is
for start shrinking.
To never get his hopes up, and we'll get what we want.
When you find a stranger in the Alps, feed a stoner scrambled eggs. This is what happens, Razor.
I'm tired, Gandalf. I feel like butter scraped over too much bread.
So, honestly, though, have we got anything else? Do we have anything more to cover about Sindel or Nightwolf?
I think Shang's skulls make the scream noise.
They don't make the scream noise. They make
it's faint, but it's there, and that's better
it's not
than
like
nothing.
A scream. It's more like a ghostly,
it's like a
sighing or something.
It's a Halloweeny spooky howl noise. That's all I need. Like that's what I'm looking for. Like
so it needs to sound like people in pain.
Closer to like the squeaky shriek of MK2 or the sound of your nightmare scream from MK1?
2.
That was the shit.
Sounds like 2.
Yeah, it's fairly similar to 2.
Oh, well.
Needs to be 1.
Look, in 9 they didn't make a noise at all, and it fucking was not okay.
Yeah. It always did bother me how in 3 there was just this kind of sound effect.
Yeah, they were more like lava that takes the shape of a skull in 3.
Yeah.
Weird.
I was wondering, he makes something come out of the ground, at the beginning of the trailer, but are they actually skulls? Because I'm surprised that the move where they all come out, one after another, wasn't in there.
Like the ground skulls.
Yes.
Because it just looks like he detonates a skull under the opponent's foot and sends them flying.
I mean, the thing is that, like, you're not in the air, so you can't really see the whole projectile, you just see the impact.
Yeah, but that's weird that the meter burn version where it's one after another isn't there. That's really strange.
I think it just tracks now. I don't think it does that across the screen MK3 version.
Oh, that sounds lame. That's like hype as fuck. Why'd they change that?
I don't know. I'm not bothered by it, really.
Yeah.
I feel like tracking makes it more useful gameplay-wise.
Yeah, but is it more hype? Does it look cooler?
I would like to see Shang surrounded by volcanoes of skulls. Just all
I'm surprised he's not
screen.
summoning spikes out of the ground yet.
Maybe that'll be his other finisher.
Yeah, that might be like a brutality.
Or a brutality. I bet it's a brutality.
Oh,
all the classic
is going to be a
finishers are
brutality, that's for
brutalities
sure.
now. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because I like it. I'm happy that, the skulls are moaning again.
It's been quite some time since they did.
I feel like they did a really good job with Shang. I'm not complaining about the ninjas. I have nothing negative to say about Shang except that I wished his young skin had a mustache, and maybe there will be a shader for that.
Yeah, the lack of facial hair is...
I mean, I get it. That's what Tagawa looked like in the movie, but...
I'm not really sure what I was expecting
That's
there.
my biggest complaint about the
Possibly
movie.
a little bit of both?
As much as I love Cary Tagawa, it's bugged me since I was 10 years old that he doesn't have a goatee in that fucking movie.
Yeah, me too. I'd forgotten about the fact that it irritated me, but it did at the time. Then I got over it. It
was my number one complaint. That bugged me more than Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting on the same side as a kid. Yeah. I have said many times before that to me, Shang Tsung is a goatee with a man attached. Like, the goatee is a character.
Hey, you hoping for the hidden katana as a brutality? Call back to the MK1 unused fatality?
I am looking forward to that.
That is something. I was really hoping that he wouldn't use the katana in the game.
Well, I have
to
wonder about that, because it looks like some of his gear is just the stuff hanging on his belt. So maybe one of them, there's a scroll and some potions or some shit. Maybe one of the versions of that is a sword. And if that's the case, then he can't use it as a move, because then sometimes he'd be cutting your head off with a scroll.
Yeah.
Psylocke Energy Blade. I mean, if Raiden's making blades out of lightning, come on, there's precedent.
It's so weird that, so much of the Raiden in this game is patterned to be the light Raiden, but his fatalities both kind of fit Dark Raiden better. So it's like, if you're playing light Raiden and he does the lightning swords, it's a little weird.
I do love the shocking brutality, though. That feels vintage to me in a good way.
There's a couple different shocking brutalities.
I mean, look, if you're playing Raiden...
There is one that's blow for blow. The MK2 tap low kick and block while he holds you up over your head and charges you till you blow up brutality.
Yeah. If you're playing Raiden, you need to learn to love those brutalities, because his fatals are the worst in the fucking game. Every game Raiden's in, he has the worst fatalities. Why are they so bad at just thinking of ways to kill people with lightning? It shouldn't be that hard.
This time it was what if magnets?
Yeah, but...
It's so unusual. I guess I see what they were going for,
What bugs me about that one is that the last shot, the blow that the camera angle ends on, it's just pushing the limbs away. It's not an explosion. It looks so weak sauce.
I don't like the one where, the jaw and the cranium are separated.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Lightning do that?
He doesn't explode the head, he just separates the pieces.
Does he have a brutality where he just blows you up with an uppercut yet?
It should be his uppercut brutality, but they're dumb.
Right?
No, yeah, that's just the same one that knocks your spine out as everybody else got.
Why did they bother with that?
I mean, at least by default, Giant's got a classic fatality, right?
Yeah, but it comes out with the spine. That ruins it.
I hear you on that.
That's fine. Johnny's fatal is the fatal.
Some doesn't get a spine rip. Some doesn't get the spine rip. Kano doesn't get the heart rip. But Liu Kang gets both the cartwheel and the arcade machine.
That's because Liu Kang is the best and Kano ain't shit.
I mean, that's true. These are not incorrect statements you're making.
I'd be surprised if they didn't try to sell us a couple of fatalities a little bit further down the line. I'm sure the spine rip will be one of them.
I want it as a brutal, man. That'd be tight.
Well, you can't always get
what
you want.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just might find you get what you need.
And then you're covered in scorpions.
And you're covered with scorpions.
Kiss from a Rose?
No.
So
never.
We're going to listen to that after this.
I think we've just about covered everything that we got revealed today.
In surprisingly enthusiastic detail. Do you want to take some questions?
We can take some questions.
We had some questions built up.
We do have questions.
Okay.
You know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
That I'm 22 years old and you're not?
The sound of my brittle old man hips crackling as I play this game.
Well, listen,
was that a question? I feel
those aside. It's fucked up that Shang, when he turns into Reptile has human skin.
Yeah, it's classic Reptile.
But we can't get that when we have Reptile and classic skins.
I don't want that when we get class. I want MK4 Reptile where he's wearing the ninja outfit, but his arms are scaly. That's what I want.
That's MK4. If you want MK4, that's MK4. If you get classic MK1, 2, or 3 Reptile,
yeah, he had
human skin.
In MK9 he had human arms in his classic skin.
Yeah, you're right, I guess. But he did it in MKX.
Well, MKX wasn't.
God damn it!
That wasn't the MK1 and 2 classic. That was
MK3, but it still applies.
Well, but with the scaly arms, that makes it MK4.
It wasn't MK4 either. It was
no, in MK4 he has the UMK3 skin, but with scaly arms.
This is a weird complaint.
This is not the first time you've heard this complaint. Come on, this has been an ongoing thing. Listen, it's fine.
Yeah,
Shane can do what he wants.
Look, I'm not
so Q&A's.
However he wants.
Are we going to answer some questions?
What are you talking about?
Q&A.
Dad God thinks I'm 13.
They go like this. Going back to the beginning, let's see, mid-April, actually towards the end of April, wow, that just went right down the line, didn't it? Beginning of April, mid-April.
I mean, that's only a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
Why don't we answer questions that we just got?
No. Everyone's going to have their turn.
Never do that. Why would we give people that instant gratification?
Let's try to make them quick and not dick around. So Kelly Clutch asked us on April the 19th.
Quick and dick.
For your top number one favorite character in the franchise, what song pops into your head when you think about them, or a song that matches them the most? Like a deserved theme. Any type of music in all genres. For example, for Kiala, it's apparently, for Noob Saibot, Metallica's Sad But True.
I mean, my favorite character is Sub-Zero, and he actually has a theme song, so... Are we disqualifying Chinese Ninja Warrior, or...
No, I mean...
When I think of Goro, I think of the Goro's Lair theme.
I think of Goro versus Art from the movie.
That's like your opinion, man.
I don't...
Wait, I think they're going to find... For Kelly Clutch, the answer is apparently Sad But True by Metallica for Noob Saibot.
Oh, for Noob Saibot?
That's for
So
that's theirs, but what's
for
yours?
our favorite characters, do we have a song? And it would probably be a more interesting answer if we gave a real song.
Yeah, I think it would.
It's like, I think that like you're gonna find that a lot of us who grew up with like the movies and their respective soundtracks have already attached a certain song from off of those things to a specific character for whatever reason. Like for me, you know, it doesn't really match the character at all, but because Scooter's Fire played in Annihilation when Smoke fights Liu Kang, that's kind of what I tend to associate that character with, you know?
I will say that, I mean, he's by no means my favorite character, but I've always felt like the lyrics to Inside the Fire by Disturbed fit Quan Chi eerily well.
I knew someone was going to say Disturbed.
Because that song is about, like, the devil trying to convince someone to commit suicide and go to hell, because then they'll be with their girlfriend who committed suicide. And that's sort of a Quan Chi thing to do.
Maybe that's how he killed Sindel. I'm not saying you should kill yourself, but
I'm just saying you should serve me in the Netherrealm.
On a side note, though, if you do want like what I consider to be like the sound of madness and chaos for Havoc, the general tone of Ministry's "You Know What You Are," I tend to find fits that character pretty well. We'll see what I mean if you ever go listen to it. So, is that everyone for that question?
I mean,
this is hard.
We could do the anime AMV. Everything is set to Linkin Park's "In the End." That's every fucking character because the timelines keep goddamn resetting.
No matter how hard you try.
Of course, we all know that Gal's theme goes with everything.
Listen, this is a question I would have to prep for. This is serious. I would have to plead the temp on this one.
Plead the temp.
I don't listen to metal music, man.
Temp does prep work.
What do you?
I mean, it could be anything. It could be like in D minor.
I've been listening to Pink Floyd lately.
That's good stuff.
I'm genuinely impressed.
Really? Fuck you.
Actually, a man of culture, I see.
Good music.
Bro, you know I fucking love the Proto Men. Fuck you.
That's true.
Oh, boy. Okay, so Phantom Realm asks us from 420, giggity. Hey, I got a question. If Frost is unlocked in Chapter 4 and there's 12 chapters, what chance is there a character unlocked every 4 chapters? I think we know that the answer is none. And since the league had
characters unlocked.
And since the league had Shiva's DLC, I'm thinking Cyrex and Sector are the other two. Oh, I want to give you a hug, Phantom Realm. Also, he'd like to be a guest on the show sometime soon if that's possible. Well, we'd love to have you. Just say when.
If you can get over how sad you are.
Aim Dopeness asked us.
None of that stuff happened.
When we see this, we'll have played some, if not all, the story. Wow, we're just really going back. Aim Dopeness wanted to ask us if it fared better than MK9s or MKXs, and I think that we've kind of already answered that in past episodes of the show.
Wait, what?
Whether or not MK11 story mode was better than, or how it measured up against 9 and 10s. Better or worse?
Better in some ways, worse in others.
I think I laughed more in this one than I did those two, so it was way fucking funnier, dude.
For me, I'd say wholeheartedly the best out of all three.
Yeah, Sector was on a jet, dude. Come on.
Sector riding a jet was pretty boss.
Like, I mean, what do you want? Come on.
That was pretty badass. Shanghai asks us, from what you've seen and played from the Krypt, what are your thoughts? Also, this isn't a question, but Iron Giant is the best Disney movie.
Is Iron
Giant's
not a Disney movie, is it?
I don't know if that's a Disney movie.
Now it is, I think.
No, wait. Iron Giant, isn't that a WB movie? Because it was in Ready Player One.
Wait. Yeah, it was a WB movie.
Shanghai, you are wrong.
Somebody's an asshole.
It's the best Superman movie.
It is the best Superman movie, that's true. That's really, really depressing if you think about it.
From what we've seen and played of the Krypt, what are our thoughts? Well, my current thoughts on the Krypt are, this is beautiful, lovely. This is just like being where I've always wanted to be, on Shang Tsung's island. Holy God, when will it end?
Yeah, the money... you gotta keep pumping into that thing.
I'm still loving it, like, running around, even though I've seen all that there is to see.
Yeah, like, I love
that
the scenery and shit. Like,
yeah.
That never really gets old for me. I just wish that I could go in there and enjoy it without, running directly to the shrine and throwing 100,000 coins at it.
I think that, like, I genuinely don't believe that all the classic shit is actually in the game.
Yeah,
it's not.
The Liu Kang with his shirt off, the skin called Young Justice, I don't think it's in there yet. I think
shit's just not in the game. Like, the only way you can get, like, the piece of gear you want, like the base one, no alternate colors, is to get the alternate color and then press start for any piece of gear or skin that you want. I think that's the only way you can get them. I think that the slot for the base color is just a red herring. I don't think anyone's gotten them yet, like outside of the Discord or not.
No, I haven't. I have, every once in a while I'll Google it and see if anybody has the fucking thing, and nobody has that Young Justice Liu Kang skin. Nobody has Jax's classic arms.
What is it? I have it. What?
Wait, is classic arms not in his character tower?
Are they?
I thought that they were in some kind of tower.
No, I thought they were in the crypt. Maybe I'm wrong.
Nobody knows where those arms are.
It's a secret tower.
It's like I was saying earlier. They intentionally made it extremely difficult for you to build a retro.
I mean,
in addition to selling us equipment.
You look in Customize and it'll tell you found in Towers of Time, found in the crypt, but...
Found in question mark.
Hold on, man. Let me check this shit. Hold on.
Oh my God.
But as far as I know, that Liu Kang skin is unobtainable. And that's some shady fucking shit.
A lot of things that have, like, the triple question marks, I think, are a reward for being, like, in the top 5 percentile of tower players.
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Johnny's Ultimate Retro is like that. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Scorpion's classic win pose is like that. Also, it says here that, Jax's classic arms are on the Towers of Time.
Okay.
Oh.
Just wait for it to pop up in the store, I guess, if it ever does.
I assume that it'd be in his character tower, but...
Well, I haven't played Jax's character towers yet. I've
what
got
are you
maybe
eating?
10 characters out of the 25 done so far.
I've
answered the question.
So,
it's gonna leave me hanging, huh?
Nope. Did you ask me something?
No, I asked Racer what he was eating.
What are you talking? What?
Oh, macaroni and cheese.
Oh.
Such professionalism.
Oh, man.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. All right. VM6783 asks us, a bit of a long-winded question here, guys, so bear with me. I hate to say it, but looking at the economy of the Krypt and the Towers of Time, it seems that WB has dragged development at the same levels of greed as EA. The fact that Boone made a statement mere hours after the game launched saying that we were aware of the Towers of Time and Krypt issues and they'll be fixed within hours rather than days suggesting that they'll be expected this pushback from players. So my question is, did Everest just misread the community really badly? And is this all a genuine mistake, or is this the old EA tactic of releasing a game with extreme grind and microtransaction dependence, and then dialing it back to something slightly less scummy a day or two later to create the illusion they are listening to fans, and also to help further normalize randomized loot box mechanics in full-price games?
That was a mouthful.
Impressive.
It's not a race.
Potentially.
So the question
man.
is, do we think that they deliberately released the game with all the tower shit being really shitty so that when they patched it they would look like good guys, or was it a genuine accident?
That's not what happened there.
I believe wholeheartedly that this, as with any other game, was, and well, especially this game, was rushed to release. And they did not have time to make the AI tweaks that they wanted to make. I'd love to believe that they didn't intend things to be that ball-crushingly frustrating at release.
I don't know what further evidence.
I mean,
one could need to look at this game and be like, man, you guys have really been on the back foot throughout this entire game's, even just, since we've been looking at it, this game's development cycle, and you guys still are. Like, man, did you see, those high poly text that we got in that trailer today about Nightwolf and Sindel and Spawn? Like, these guys, they got some of the airlift ladder tires along the way here. They're struggling over there.
Yeah, We've known since
the
reveal that they were 6 months behind. This
the economy
game
is
came
still
out
not
unfinished.
The economy in the Krypt is still not balanced. They gave us amends in the form of increased currency, but because there are so very few heart chests in comparison to all the other shit, most people at this point, I think, have thousands of hearts probably and don't know what to do with them.
I'm just sitting on a giant pile of hearts and souls, and I'm just put a converter in so I can spend hearts to get more coin.
Yeah, a few recipes to clean out the dross would be nice. But personally, I'm finding that it's maybe souls that need the most tweaking. I heard that they fixed that 10,000 soul tree or something, and they might have reduced it.
I think,
but right now,
I've heard two conflicting reports. One says that the price went down, and the other says that the price only goes down if you've already opened it once before, and it's on a reopen.
See, right now I'm sitting on a crypt which is devoid of any open treasure chests. I haven't replenished yet. I've opened all the heart chests, but I've still got a small minor fuck ton of souls sitting around waiting to be opened. That's where I am right now. So things aren't optimized yet, even, I'd say. So no, I don't think this was an intentionally scummy decision to make us buy skip fight tokens or whatever. I believe that NRS truly did try to make a wonderful game under a lot of corporate pressure. I may think a lot of things that, the company should by rights work on, but I don't think that they're that underhanded. They're just
I think
under the gun.
I think Ed Boon has no intention of being, one of those EA guys. It's just that WB sometimes does. And so there is... I don't think there's any deliberate attempt to do things like release a game with a shit economy and then patch it to, apologize. I think that was a product of releasing early. Being unfinished, basically. I shouldn't say releasing early so much as getting behind in production.
Mm-hmm. Proud Disciple asks us, did the character or characters you were looking forward to playing turn out feeling or playing the way you hoped for?
For me, yes.
I fucking love Baraka. I have not stopped playing him. And it's so nice considering how fucking garbage he was in MK9. It's so nice to like Baraka again.
Yeah, he's real dumb.
I wonder what tier Shiva will be when she comes out.
Hopefully high tier. She needs to be better.
Because she was the fucking bottom in 9.
Oh, yeah, she was.
She was utterly unusable. Now, with the caveat...
Get the fuck out. That'd be funny.
With the caveat that Shang was one of my most anticipated characters, and so was Smoke. In terms of that character, I can only say...
You got both!
Not like this. Not like this. And then, collapse face forward onto the desk dead. But that aside, Noob plays better than I could have hoped for. Baraka's a beast. I like this version of Scarlet a little less than I did the MK9 version, but only a little.
Scarlet feels like she's she's one of those characters who's hard to learn on purpose. That's the appeal, is that she's a tricky one. Not really my style.
Sub-Zero I'm extremely pleased with. I was saying this since the beginning, since the reveal event, that he felt a lot more offensive capable, more so than he has in years. He doesn't feel like a turtle character anymore, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean,
and
I
stand by that.
I feel like Sub got more offensive in X, but after the reveal event, I was not feeling Sub-Zero at all. But now I'm very turned around on that. I think Sub is one of the best characters in the game. I'm really happy with him. I'm obviously, Liu Kang is my main. He is exactly how I want him to play.
Liu's wonderful.
Johnny Cage is better. He's the way he should be, like he was in 9. He's not that awkward, like... I can't even describe what was wrong with him in X. There was like this staccato pace to the way he did his moves that just wasn't...
He was very clunky. He was clunky.
Yes, clunky. And so the Johnny we have now is the kind of character I like to play, so I'm enjoying that shit. I haven't really, there hasn't been a character I've touched where I didn't really like their gameplay. Like, there's a few characters I haven't touched yet. I don't really play Scarlet or Collector or...
You are not missing a lot with Collector. He's ass right now.
Yeah, I think he's a really, really cool design. I don't know that they knew what to do with his moves. I feel like he feels like the way they designed characters back in the 3D era, like a Darius Dairou.
He's a hodgepodge.
Yeah,
he's like Scarecrow with an Ermac teleport slam. And it's weird.
Yeah, like he's
something like that. I don't
ball
know.
and chain and smacking people with a lantern and those weird little magic spells. I don't know what his core concept is moveset wise. He doesn't seem to have a theme.
How about Shao Kahn? What's Kahn like for you guys? Overall, I'm pretty happy, but everyone says he's ass.
I haven't used Kahn competitively. I did play through his character towers because I was hoping that his fucking X-Straps skin would be in there, and it wasn't.
Rise.
Why would you think that?
Well, I don't know. I'm desperate.
You don't think the game would give you what you wanted?
I mean, I got some shaders of it, but I don't want to play yellow Shao Kahn and green Shao Kahn. It's fucking
Man, that motherfucker has some cool helmets, though.
Yeah,
I've got a gray Shao Kahn. It's close.
Like, you get the MK2 helmet is like one of the first ones you unlock. It's fucking... Just wish I had a skin to go with it.
Man, Pete...
I'm sure you will.
I've played a couple of really good Shao Kahns. Jesus Christ. That character is... He's not as ass as people like to downplay him as. But I don't want to talk about tears or anything, but man, he's good. He's good. He's fine.
I feel
he might even be better. No, he's good.
The only thing I don't like about him is that he has that jumping hammer slam move that it's impossible to land. He goes over the opponent's head every fucking time.
Oh yeah,
it's like Sue Howe's jump from Deadly Alliance. There's no possible way to aim that shit.
It's Boba Fett and Terrace Casti. You're going out of the arena if you use that jump kick, my friend. Where are you going? Come back. We're supposed to be fighting. And he's gone.
And they put one of his crushing blows on that shit just to be a dick.
Aim Dopeness asks us, what was your favorite / least favorite moment in the story? Well, I can summarize mine very, 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 very easily. Least favorite moment was Mary Sue Devora murdering Hanzo Masashi. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite moment? It's a toss-up between Sonya capping Kano in the head, Shao Kahn saying, "You broke time?"
It's dying.
Wah, wah. Or, no, it's probably Kitana beating Shao Kahn because he's not dead.
Yeah.
That felt very satisfying.
My favorite moment is it's towards the end of chapter 2, after Shao Kahn has run away through Devora's sand portal. It's that little moment where Kitana gives Liu Kang a hug, and then he has this goofy smile on his face as he teleports away with Raiden. That's my favorite moment in the game.
It's like, oh, they're happy again.
My least favorite would be the scene where Kronika comes in and tells everyone that she rewrote time multiple times. That made my blood boil. But my favorite moments in the game are everywhere where like they're at the Tarkatan camp with Baraka and they're just kind of like moving through the camp and they're going through like meat hooks and shit.
Oh, the one where Jade's bits. Running away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like that.
I gotta answer this thing.
Okay. Sorry.
This is very important. Clearly. What was the question? No. Least favorite was fucking Scorpion never mentioning Takeda. Alive or dead or whatever.
Oh, that's also one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, not even like, hey, young Hanzo, I'm dying. I don't care. I don't have kids. Don't mention Takeda, but Takeda, go find. Like, come on, do something. Whatever. Just don't mention him. Whatever. It's cool.
It's fine. Wherever Takeda is, he's with Kenshi. He's with his other dad.
They're all fucking dead, so none of this really matters. Everybody's gone. Best moments are any of like the big crowd fight scenes. I like all of that shit. They were all really, really fucking cool. Especially the one with Kotal in the Tarkatan camp, and he's just like running in and out of the frame with different Tarkatans and shit, just ruining everybody. But he's not
the
actually
camera's
involved.
on Jade, and he's just passing through.
Any hell music and you're good.
That shit was tight. That had to be my favorite. Ugh.
All right, House of James. Which persona is your favorite, Scorpion or Hanzo Asashi? I think that I have to say Hanzo Asashi by a long shot. Because, as I've said before, he was kind of the culmination of the maturity that the character I felt for a really long time was kind of lacking in. And despite his ungainly death, it was nice to actually see them go back and, for me at least, give his younger incarnation a little bit of that foresight and wisdom and a touch of humility. But Hanzo Asashi to me is like the pinnacle of Scorpion in every way, as much as Grandmaster Kuai Liang was for Sub-Zero, That's where I stand.
Yeah. I mean, for me, there's like 4 fucking different Scorpions. But
covered in them.
But I guess, like, just in terms of the character traits that I like to see most out of Scorpion, Grandmaster Hanzo has all those. So he is probably the best incarnation of Scorpion in terms of writing.
Mm.
It is, it's a weird comparison for me because I think Hanzo has, I think Hanzo is capable of doing the things that Scorpion is capable to do, and way more. And that does not work both ways because Scorpion is just my family and clan all day. But again, that's kind of what's cool about Hanzo is he also has the family and clan part. Even though he hadn't mentioned him in this game for some reason, he's got a family and clan, so he doesn't need to yell about it anymore. But he's got a kid. Can we talk about Takeda some more?
No.
It's fine. Hanzo's the right answer.
I mean, you can answer the question by saying Takeda's real dad.
I mean, it's true.
Your favorite Scorpion is Takeda's dad.
Real dad. The one who was his family. Not his clan. And clan. He's both.
Scorpion is Pa Kent, and Kenshi is Jor-El, and Jor-El doesn't fucking matter.
Yes.
Okay. Savitar asks us, we've been informed that NRS picked the characters they want to tell the story with that they have in mind first, and then fill out the rest of the roster later. If we take that as true, which I'm not sure we can, who do we think are the characters that they filled in based on fan demand / their own preferences in 11?
Listen.
Cabal.
Jackie's a fan favorite. Come on. Stop listening to people.
Cabal and Noob Saibot are totally in this because fans asked for them.
Jade
too.
Yeah.
Definitely Jade.
I wonder how much of Baraka coming back was...
Aaron Black.
I think a lot of people are Baraka fans, and we're not happy to see him die in X. I'm not necessarily in that group, but I know that group exists. So I think a lot of the respect Baraka was paid in this game was, I don't want to say an apology, because it's not like he shouldn't have died in X. I think that was necessary for that story.
Long-deserved polish.
Yeah, I think it's been a long time coming for Baraka to be more than just toothy reptile.
Face eater up or
be a seat at their table before.
But Baraka had a role in the story.
Yeah.
You know who didn't? Cabal, Scarlet, Aaron Black, and Noob Saibot.
I mean, you win some, you lose some.
Okay. Survived Combatants asks us, question, why did Shao Kahn get body? Like, seriously, the dude was all-powerful, conquered and merged realms thousands of years before he was dethroned by Liu Kang, and MK9 took Elder Gods to destroy him, and yet he gets beat because of plot, armor, weakness.
He loses in every game that he's relevant in.
'Cause he sucks. Duh.
Okay. Recent conversations we've had here on the Discord, MK3 Con isn't every con. That's how we like to picture Con, because it was his moment of triumph. That was when he had swallowed 7 billion souls. And yes, he's a very good conqueror, but it's because he has legions and legions of armies to do that conquering for him.
But he still got bought by a Chinese guy.
You say that like that Chinese guy isn't the most powerful person in the universe.
That Chinese guy was chosen.
But
chosen Chinese guy.
It's like Shao Kahn isn't like this crazy epic badass dude that people like to assume that he is.
I mean,
like,
there is a professional wrestling ring psychology thing about this, about how the right way to book a heel. And, you know, the heel exists to be beaten at WrestleMania. Like, you build up to the big match, and then you give the babyface the win. But if you don't build up the heel right, nobody fucking cares.
You want to talk about Kane for a while?
And I think there is an art to that most writers do not grasp, because they're not accustomed to writing combat-centric stories.
It always involves the commentators being like, oh my god, Kane's crazy, he's gonna kill him, and Kane loses every fight that he's in.
Yeah, but Kane, before he loses, managed to chokeslam people off, like, the top rope into a table, you know? Shao Kahn did paralyze Kotal in this game.
He did.
That's, like, the one thing.
Yeah. With the torture rack.
Yeah, he did.
He doesn't jump the whole way through the game.
The story. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I think, look, there are narrative problems with, for example, the fact that we have to be told on Twitter that Kitana didn't kill him, because we can't just tell by looking.
Oh, that was on Twitter?
Yep.
That was on fucking Twitter. Like,
news.
Like, Kung Lao reacts as though she's just killed him.
I thought she had split his throat. The scene is very badly animated.
Poorly shot and arranged. Like, there are flaws.
His nose looks really weird in this game, dude. His face is bad.
His nose looks kind of like a really weird dick or something.
His skin is just bad. Like,
I mean,
listen, I like the half dragon shit that they gave his skin.
I hate that shit.
Here's the thing: is that Shao Kahn having that tiny, weird, scrunched up nose under his helmet has been the case since MK2.
Has it?
Yeah, no.
It's not new.
I mean, I can post screenshots all day of different drawings of Shao Kahn with his helmet off that date back to 1993. People pretend like we've never seen his face before, and it's in so many things.
We have.
Is it really scrunched up? It looks... In the game, it looks, like, huge to me.
Honestly, the thing that's weird about, like...
Am I stupid right now, or what?
Yeah, I mean, probably.
I mean, there are...
Khan in Tobias's concept art has these forehead spike things that kind of look like what's on Baraka's shoulders nowadays.
His eyebrows grow out into
blade.
this fanning array of like claws, like hands growing out of his fucking face. And they took that and they redesigned it into the dragon scales thing that we have now. And it's not dissimilar, like it's okay by me, like
it's close.
I'm not going to pretend though that Khan has ever looked handsome with his helmet off. Like that is kind of what his face should look like.
I'm looking at a picture right now. His nose is definitely bigger than art depicts him in other media, in statues and comic books.
I think I made a mistake mentioning his nose.
There are dimensions to a nose that like you have to be specific. Is it a long nose? Is it a wide nose? Is it a flat nose? Like you can't just say big and small. There's more to noses than that.
Okay. Like the bridge is really fat.
Yeah, that's about right.
These are the conversations worth having.
I don't know. Like you compare this.
Oh God.
With that,
this is a podcast. We're on the radio, man.
I mean, it doesn't look that different to me.
I don't know about that.
He kind of looks like Kane.
It's going to be edited out, Jago. Shut up.
I'm not editing shit. This is a Netherkast. It's not the law.
This shit is live.
Come on, man.
All right. Proud Disciple asks us, which characters aren't getting as much attention as we thought they would be getting? Well,
Noob?
Jade.
Cetrion was going to be a bit better than she was.
Cetrion, worst character for me. Up there with Dairu.
I would rather have Dairu.
Cetrion is probably the new Dairu.
I'm not even joking. I hate Cetrion so much.
Yeah, she's the fucking worst.
That kind of ties into Cartolo's question. Were we surprised that all the new characters turned out to be bad guys and jobbers?
No, I wasn't surprised. Disappointed, but not surprised.
Well, I mean, dude, come on. Garrus is a fucking sentinel.
I mean, Garrus is all right.
And no, he's not. And
Garrus is cool because he exists for cool intros, and that is it.
Kronika is.
The worst.
I don't want to talk about it. This is bad. It's not going to go anywhere fun.
We've been down that road. I feel like we've answered this question.
We probably Listen.
Bar to the Low asks us, given how MK11's story turned out, do you think that they should have included all 4 combat kids instead of just 2 of them?
Oh god,
no. I don't think Jin would have
I think they should have included different ones.
Yeah, I would have swapped out Jackie for Takeda.
I would have swapped out Cassie for
I don't, like you can say
someone different
too.
Not a combat kid, but someone different. Like Jackie now.
Like
Jackie was more important to the story than Cassie was kind of at all.
Well, sure, but I don't know that, like, for Jax's sake, like, that scene in the farmhouse is about the only good part of it. Like, I don't know that the Jax reluctantly working for the bad guys worked out in the end. I think that there's one scene in particular where he's watching Cetrion, like, threaten to kill Jackie, and he's just standing there doing nothing, and it is completely bullshit.
It's like, I like this writing. This feels good. This feels like Jax.
In terms of writing, maybe not, but in terms of, like, design and, like, moves and likability, she's definitely way fucking better.
Because in Mortal Kombat X, she was nothing. She was, like, fucking nothing. And she, for damn sure, wasn't a fan favorite. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I'm sure she is better in Mortal Kombat 11.
They did improve her. I'm just wondering, was it worth it, I guess?
No. Absolutely not. She was not a fan favorite, Ed.
I mean, I'm not saying that she was, but I actually kind of enjoy her in this game, honestly.
I don't care what you enjoy.
I do like Jackie in this game more than not at all. I just feel like Takeda would have been better overall. Like, he would have brought more to the table. Whereas all Jackie brings is that Jax storyline that I think the game could have been fine without.
We should have been taillights in 5.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Fuck Takeda.
Man.
I am not saying that just to make Django mad. I swear to God.
This kid.
All right. That's just like your opinion, man.
Exactly.
So what's the next question?
My opinion is all the man's, man.
Yeah, I've just been filtering through them while you guys have been going back and forth. We got a few repeat questions. The next one is Novocaine Kills 11 asks us, would anyone like to see a werewolf character? Not an animality form Nightwolf, but like an actual bipedal wolfman character.
No.
I like another race guest character, yeah.
Only if it's Saberwolf as a guest.
Yeah,
I'd say, like, Saberwolf kind of cornered the market there.
Yeah, that's the
it's
thing.
A good idea, but it's been
Saberwolf already
done.
does that, and I feel like
Killer
bring
him as a
Instinct have
guest.
its own things. Don't make two of the same game.
If Saberwolf
bring
didn't
Glacius
I'd
with
say
him.
yes. Yeah.
And then bring everybody else with them too, and just do Killer Instinct versus Mortal Kombat.
Look,
No one would say
Killer
no to that.
Instinct and Darkstalkers both have this Universal Movie Monsters plus other shit theme. Mortal Kombat isn't that. It doesn't need to be that. It's its own thing. There are no werewolves in Bruce Lee movies. There are no werewolves in Shaw Brothers pictures. Mortal Kombat has its own theme.
I agree.
But, if Nightwolf
right.
wants to bust out the animality, I'm cool with that. I don't need him to
Rocket
stand
Billy.
on his hind legs while he does it.
All right, next up. Rocket Billy. If in a future MK game Devora finally gets hers, sweet Jesus, please, who do you think from a story standpoint would make the most sense and be the most satisfying to watch finally take her out?
I would really much rather Devora just not come back in another game.
Yeah, I'd
I'd
the
rather
answer
just
is the
not
writer
be
of the
on
video
screen
game.
at all rather than watch her die. I don't need that fucking, I don't need to, see some kind of wish fulfillment revenge fantasy as part of, that moment where Sony is stomping on Quan Chi's nuts in MKX, I know was satisfying for a lot of people, but for me it broke the fourth wall.
I would break it and rebuild it and break it again.
I'm a big Devora fan. I like Devora a bunch. But if somebody was going to kill her, I would want to see Kotal kill her.
I think this would be the only acceptable instance in wherein were Jax to grow 50 feet tall.
Yes.
Well, apparently Devora can grow too.
That's...
But
Arcade
no,
endings
really,
aren't canon, bro.
You want them both to fight out as giants, like Power Rangers? We can do that.
like his MK3 fatality. But for serious, I would not mind if they killed it with fire.
It
Let's
has to
Scorpion
be
do it. It would be
fire
nice,
or
yeah.
acid or... Kotal could do it with one of his sunbeams. It has to be something
Yeah,
very
yeah.
large that
That's what
incinerates
I wanna
every
see.
particle. Because if any of her bugs survive, they can fucking rebuild her.
Just do this giant fucking sky beam of sun that annihilates everything, and it's tight. Yeah, do that.
I'd be
that
okay with
bitch up
having
a stair
Reptile
path.
actually eat her. Because Reptile
But I like Devora. I gotta say that too.
Disappointing.
She's tight.
Is she, though?
Let's not answer that.
I gotta learn how to play her so I can turn into a bug and fuck with people.
How about...
I don't like
Go
where
to
this
the next
conversation's
question.
going. I don't like it at all.
How about we go to the next question? We do that.
Broman. Do we think that there will be story-related content as DLC?
Yes.
No.
Not just because there was a leak of that, but yeah.
Wait, was there a leak of that?
I think that on one of the on that
this
very
website.
very same excerpt that said that there was 19 slots for DLC
Yeah,
shit.
there's 19 potential slots. They
Well, we
left
know
a
what
window
those are now.
open in case
We
they
know
want
what
to.
those
Specifically
are
said
now,
they're a
though.
story
Those are all the skins, though. The 19.
Story
I do think,
DLC.
that's what I'm talking about, Django. One of them said story DLC.
Shad is reading. What's your two excuses? Come on, man.
We'll see.
So-
We'll see.
I think the answer to that is yes, but not for a while.
Yeah, don't expect anything soon. They don't even have Nightwolf to show us.
Soon we'll get to see Shang Tsung taste the rainbow in living color. All right. Tyrant asks us,
He's got cool pants.
what do you think about MK11 being 90% hosted on NRS servers? Do you think that MK11 will be playable in the future after 12 comes out? Do we think NRS will ever rectify this to be 100% playable on local consoles?
Oh man, this is
that's a great question.
DRM is a cancer on the video game industry, and I hate it.
Well, here's the thing. Like, a big chunk of this concern is about the preservation of old games. Like, where will MK11 be 3 console generations from now? Will it be playable in any form?
Archival.
When it's like an old classic game that is beloved and shit, yeah, I care super hard about that. But when it's MK11, I don't know that I'm going to want to go back. And maybe other people will, and so they should care. And I think...
Well, here, what about the instance of someone that has never played MK11, they want to go back, but all the servers are down and they can't unlock all the shit?
I mean, there are games that I loved in previous generations, like Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 games, where you can't play them anymore because the multiplayer servers are down. And it's like, I totally understand that argument. I think that the way things are done these days, especially by a company like WB that just wants money, money, money forever, we will see re-releases on digital marketplaces for many generations to come. Like, they will keep putting out the older games. I think the only games that it's going to be a fight to see re-releases of, and may never happen, are MK4 in the 3D era. Although I do wonder, in terms of re-releases, what the legalese on the guest characters is for that. Like, do those contracts have a time limit?
Probably. I mean, that Vice City re-release had to cut a bunch of Michael Jackson songs and shit.
Yeah, so I do wonder if, like, the PlayStation 5 version of MKX won't be allowed to have Alien and Predator in it.
That would be wonderful.
It's like, if as far as MK11 goes, it's too soon to tell. Right when Mortal Kombat 9 came out, I didn't know if I would want to play that in the future. Obviously, like, only now I'm like, man, Mortal Kombat 9, I would like to go back and play it a lot, you know. And I don't think that's going to change about Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat 11 might end up being the same way once it's actually finished.
I don't know. I can't imagine. Because if you were to start a new copy of MK11 over again and have to re-earn all those fucking skins, I don't know that I'll ever want to play this game again. No, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about,
God.
In terms of, like, gameplay. I just want to go, like, I want to play Temp's Johnny Cage versus my Sub-Zero. Like, that's what I'm going back to Mortal Kombat 9 for. It would be the same thing with Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, if it gets there and when it finishes, it's as fun as Mortal Kombat 9 is, and we're on our way. It's very possible. We'll have to see, though. Time will tell.
I think that for the PC version, you will see people figure out ways to, like, host private servers and emulate.
They will, and then every once in a while, you get a PT situation.
It depends on how much the fan base cares when it comes to that sort of thing. Like, the desire has to be there for someone to go to all the work of building that. And so it's really up to how good the game is and how much people want to play it again. So what's the next question?
I think we'll take one more old one from Snake Eyes, and then we'll go on with a couple of the new ones that were just asked today, just now, because I don't want to leave people in the cold for months. Not everyone, just get this down a little bit. So Snake Eyes. Apparently unlocking Fire God Liu Kang does not add lightning effects to his moves, and I found that incredibly sad. So would people be willing to buy a version of that skin as a premier skin which does add said lightning effect, or other premier skins that do the same for other characters, like is common in MOBA games, for example, cough, purple nitro for Jade, cough, cough. Such they could be bought in the premium store, or could be crafted or unlocked in the Krypt for obscene amounts of coins, souls, hearts. My answer is, I will do that in a game grind. If you want me to work in the game for virtual currency to get a purple staff for Jade or some shit like that, fine, I'll do it. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I would be incredibly disappointed if, and probably when, a skin shows up with a purple jade staff.
You know what? I think we can all guess we're going to get classic ninja costumes for the girls too. If Jade's staff on that skin isn't purple, I'm gonna be real upset.
It's coming. I just don't want to admit to myself. Do I want to pay money for it? No, not really. Will I? Depends how it looks.
I mean, again, you're not really paying for the skins. You're paying for a character, and the skins come with the character.
I feel like I've already paid for that specific character.
Like I am paying money for Shang Tsung, and I'm getting classic Scorpion as a bonus. You know.
That's the way of looking at it, I guess. But I mean, if it comes down to I have to buy the Joker to get like
so that's
Shao Kahn's fucking plastic outfit with shoes and not gross gangly black toenails, I might have to just leave Shao Kahn with sandals on. That doesn't make me happy.
That is when it's going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah. And that's what's going to happen.
When you want the skins, but not the character they come with.
Exactly.
That's a dick move.
And that's gaming now. A series of dick moves.
Yeah.
Other thoughts?
I actually have hope for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yay! Brofist! So do I. I never gave up.
I mean, I didn't either. There was a
lot of people
point in time where I was mildly worried about, like, how many parts will it release in? Will the first part end at the end of Midgar or somewhere else? That sort of thing. But hearing a lot of good news. Rumors mostly, but a lot of good news. So what's our next question?
Okay. I'm about to see. Mono asked us today at 10:57 p.m. Who are your favorite of the guests in MK11? And which skin packs would you like to see? He hopes to see more MKX throwback skins and Injustice 2 Raiden and Sub-Zero. I don't know who you are, but I'm going to find you and kill you.
Really though.
Oh God, you guys
Raiden.
Like, okay, skin packs. I'd like them to like really reach down into the grab bag and pull out the bizarre, obscure shit, you know. But that's me. I want like Liu Kang's leather jacket from MK4 or Kung Lao's Deadly Alliance look, I guess.
Yeah,
Kano's green jacket from MK1.
Kano from like Special Forces / MKDC.
I think that's already
down for like
in there.
Special Forces Jax.
I mean, Special Forces Kano is just a black tank top and brown pants. That's probably in there.
Guess I'll have to make that if I can.
Johnny Cage's MK2 jacket, which is in the concept art.
Yeah, they had... If you look at the concept art, his jacket had red sleeves.
Watch them sell it to us.
Other than that, the obligatory deception sub.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
It'll never stop hurting until it actually happens.
Classic Cabal.
Classic Cabal would be fucking nice. I wonder if they even can do his hair right.
They probably can't.
They're clipping and shit like that. I don't know.
I think it's possible. It would look a little bit different than it always did, but...
Yeah, I mean, the masks would still have to be, like, hockey mask shaped instead of a helmet, but that's already the way it is.
I don't think it would look any worse than it currently does.
But just making the hair longer so that it's not ending... Like, he looks like a girl from the back. It's weird.
I would like MK2 commercial skin pack for Scorpion 7 Katana.
Oh my god, don't do that to me.
I just look at this point. At this point, my biggest concern with skins is that you fix the characters who have shitty looks right now. Like, I need classic Cabal because I can't get a decent fucking Cabal. I need a MK2 or 3 Kung Lao because I gotta get something that doesn't have that fucking head sock.
I mean,
those
you could just not play them and then play your friends.
Like, Kano has a perfectly fine MK3 inspired skin. I don't need a classic Kano right now. Sonya, I can live with the skins they give me. Like, there are versions that look like MK9, but like with an undershirt, not the tits hanging out. There's a version that looks like classic MK1, even though it has like that fucking star on her tank top. And it's whatever. They're doing all right. They're not 100% the way there, but they're doing all right. But I need some shit for Cabal and Kung Lao to fucking save those guys so I don't have to look at them anymore.
Yeah, I think it's a problem when, like, the best version of Cabal I can make that I feel fits well is, like, Undead 9 Cabal, you know?
Yeah, this fucking... The only Cabal skins I can stand to look at are the fucking Revenant. And these gray skin? I don't want gray skin.
Watch them do classic Cabal and they'll do the gray skin.
Don't. Why would you? Oh. Stega asks us. Hi, Stega. Is here listening right now. Thanks for sticking with us this entire way. I think he's been here all night with us.
We forgot about the guest character bit about the last one.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I forgot
really
about
answer
that. You guys
see their moves.
I mean, right now it's Ash and Spawn. And Spawn I only say because of Keith David.
I mean, based on the leaked intros, I think Terminator's the best character in the game. Not the best guest character, the best character.
Oh my god.
Just intros.
You fake fan.
Look, everybody's intros kind of suck in this game. I don't know what to tell you.
They're okay.
They're alright. They're not
come on,
as fucking amazing as the Terminators are. That's the problem.
The problem is, Shad, is that I hate Cassie in general.
There are plenty of great intros in this game.
Look, when Arnold, every single thing he says is an 11 out of 10, and everybody else is like a 7 tops.
But they're all just puns on movie titles.
Yeah, that's what I like.
And you complained about where there is smoke, there is fire? Double standards,
because there's no fire!
The fire's in his heart.
That's not what he... That's like a metaphor for the fight.
It's a metaphor for Smoke being an idiot. Move on.
How about Feel the Cold Chill of Despair?
I like that
the little Quay teach puns 101.
I like that one.
Stega. If today's trailer music tease is true and Terminator is going to be in the game, what design do you think they'd use? T2, the female Terminator from the new film trailer?
Well,
would it even be Arnold?
I guarantee you, based on the intros, it can't be anyone but Arnold.
Yeah.
I would say the skins we're going to see will be, the things Arnold has worn in all the games, because everybody gets multiple skins. You're going to get... The primary will probably be T2, because that's his most famous look. And then he'll have a skin that's like T1, where he didn't have the flat top. He had, like, slightly longer hair and a jean jacket.
Yeah.
And then you'll probably... There will probably be a version from, like, near the end of T2, where the jacket is off, and he's got a lot of battle damage on his face.
Yeah, with the eye showing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else for the night, or are we just about ready to sign off? We've been here for about 3 hours now, I think.
I think if you don't want to cover any more questions, we can call it there.
All right. Maybe give us something to talk about in next episode, whatever the hell that is. But we covered a fair amount of ground tonight. I wanted to skip ahead a bit. Was there any more? I feel like there was just one. Just check in here. Oh, yes. My favorite guest character is Derelict.
What?
Derelict.
Zoolander?
Yes. Full name, Derelict My Balls.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in.
All right. Vinu? Wow.
Careful.
Enough, and the name fucks me up. Hi, Vinu. Vinu. Man, I feel uncomfortable. Do we think that premier skins are still a possibility? Oh my,
No.
yes.
No.
I mean, but for who though?
I mean, I'd still like a Bi-Han Premier skin for Sub-Zero.
What the?
He changes his voice and his dialogue. And
I don't
stuff
even
like
think that they programmed the mechanic in the game to change the voices, because like you got Light Raiden saying lines that would fit Dark Raiden, and Dark Raiden saying lines that would fit Light Raiden. I don't think they even bothered to put that in the way they put it in.
I don't know what they have going on over there. They seem so short-handed right now that it's feel bad for the guys, kind of.
It's a shame.
I kind of wonder. I feel like there's maybe a room. Like, I could see them doing some sort of stunt casting where, like, they have Jean-Claude Van Damme come in for, like, Johnny Cage. Anything's possible.
I suppose.
Maybe that's a little way to close the loop. It's remote, but I think it's possible.
I certainly would never say no to the possibility of Christopher Lambert as Raiden.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that we're all fucking really wanting that Shang Tsung announcer option.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
right.
Yes.
I want that.
And I don't think anyone has figured out how to unlock announcer Raiden or Cage yet.
Yeah, are they even in? Like, I feel like, how did that shit
I think they were
leak if
cut.
it's not...
I think they were cut. You can't unlock them.
They couldn't have been cut. Because they're
Well, you can't
basically
unlock
finished.
them?
Why would they be cut when they're already done?
Maybe you have to
I don't
run
know,
out of
dude.
things in the Krypt to unlock.
Or they're wanting to sell it later or some shit.
I mean, it's probably under the same category of whatever the hell happened to Liu Kang's classic skin.
Or any of the classic skins. Or classic anything in this game.
I mean, it's real easy to get the gear, like, other than Jack's
Yeah.
arms.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys think that they're going to get, color options?
Is it that easy? It's not that easy to get Cabal's mask and shit.
Cabal's mask is somewhere in that fuck of a shrine.
Yeah, I mean,
somewhere.
the two that
it's
seem
not
the
in
hardest
there.
to get but still obtainable are, like, Cabal's mask, Scorpion's MK2 mask, the girl's unmasked.
I think I got that shit.
That's pretty much it. Like, you can get them. They're just
You
rarer
can
than most
get
stuff.
the MK3 Cabal mask through AI battle, but it's the wrong color.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's
I have that
classic
one.
Cabal Redux.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have that one. I also have both color schemes of the MK9 mask, which I didn't ask for.
Hey, does Noob Saibot have this mask in the game right now that he has?
No, the one they're advertising for his classic skin is not a mask he actually has.
Oh yeah, by the way,
That'll be-
on the
They're going
topic
to
of
give him a
that,
new one?
That'll be coming out with the skin, I believe.
That's tight.
on the topic of that little classic skin ad, man, they really fucked up Sub-Zero's mask and vest colors hard, didn't they?
Yeah.
What the hell are you guys trying?
This isn't a great. This game isn't a shining moment for Sub-Zero in terms of like clothes options.
I don't know. I don't hate that mask. It's not perfect, but I don't.
It's
hate
not
it.
the mask itself,
I
but
don't
it's
hate
like
that.
the mask being incredibly deep blue.
It is a
And,
different.
like,
Yeah,
color.
it is.
the
It is
vest
like
light. It's like
it is Bihan's shade of blue, as opposed to like the very. He's like a very light sky blue in MK2. I think they don't remember.
it's MK. Okay, it's MK2 Player 1 Sub-Zero's vest and Player 2's mask.
Maybe they'll fix
That's
that.
what's
shit.
going on.
God, Player 2 colors were ass back then. Maybe they'll fix the mask color, with things in the game.
God, I really hope so, huh? All right, I guess that's it for me for tonight. That's it for us for tonight, I guess.
I think.
All right.
And there's no way that Temp and I aren't going to have a Warrior Shrine soon and talk about all the gameplay shit that is in that trailer. There's some dank shit in there. I know he's got shit to say.
I wish he could join us.
It's a shame. Maybe one day.
Some
One day.
point. We'll see.
All right. Well,
For anyone who's wondering, BC's doing very well for himself. He's taking some much needed time for himself to reorient things, spend time with family, and he's doing all right. He stopped doing earlier.
He's doing very well for himself.
Yeah.
He's really rich. Just loaded.
I hear he has a Maserati now.
God, I'm so jealous.
I hear BC bought a car.
That's
All right, we're struggling.
That's it
Have
for tonight,
yourselves a
guys.
very good night.
Thanks for tuning
Absolutely.
in.
Cheers, folks. Sorry if the start of this was a little bit of a bummer at times, but swine and rope.
I mean, Shang was great. We're all happy with Shang.
It's a great game. We're just sad people.
A taste of things to come.
See ya.
Later, nerds.
You're still trying to win?